Hello, everybody. I am David Brian Lawson. We'll give you an update on all the happenings that is occurring as we speak. So I've been keeping it up to date on everything, and uh, and I'm just giving a brief update on the situation between U.S., Israel, and Iran. So so I'm going to pull up what I've gathered. So what I've gathered so far is that after 2 days, uh, the ceasefire is still holding, but it's fragile. It's a fragile 2 week between the United States and Iran. It's currently under severe strain as of April the 9th, 2026, following intense Israel strikes in Lebanon that Iran claims are a grave violation of the agreement. So, so those agreements, is I'll point them out here in a little bit. I hope everybody's day is going okay. I decided I'd come on here and pop on and pop off. Won't be here for a long period of time. I'm just going to bring you the updates, and you're free to chat and also chat on the replay. Give me comments on what you think. So I've just started it, and we will continue this update here in a little bit as soon as we get some people on here. It is 1:36 in the afternoon in North Carolina. I have a channel, Truth News. I got all kinds of stuff that I do. So we're just kind of feeling through this because things changes on notices. I've put this together quickly, but I've also made sure that it was fact checked and make sure everything's going okay. A lot of false rumors going out and a lot of false stuff that you might hear that aren't true. As of right now, the Strait of Hormuz is open, but it's very fragile. We don't know how long that's going to take place. They're supposed to meet tomorrow, but I think they changed it to Saturday. And I'll let you know who's all going to be there. So the timeline for the peace talks, diplomatic talks in Islamabad, Pakistan, aimed at reaching a permanent end to the conflict, was scheduled to begin as early as Friday, April the 10th, 2026. But it has been rescheduled to begin on Saturday morning, April the 11th. So the delegation will feature some of the most influential figures from each country, marking the highest level of direct engagement between the U.S. and Iran since the 1979 revolution. So here are the United States delegation. The U.S. team is led by officials close to President Trump, signaling a shift towards direct negotiations while maintaining maximum pressure posture. J.D. Vance, Vice President, leading the delegation. Vance is seen as a credible figure by Iranian negotiators due to his past skepticism of long-term military engagements. Gerard Kushner, serving as informal diplomatic and intermediary and veteran of the Middle East negotiations. Steve Witkoff, U.S. Special Envoy to the Middle East and a key figure in the drafting current diplomatic proposals. And Admiral Brad Cooper, head of the U.S. Central Command, SITCOM, representing the military and security interests of the mission. And here are the Iranian delegations. The Iranian side is led by a mix of high-ranking political and diplomatic figures who must navigate double negotiations with both the U.S. and their own security establishment. Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, Speaker of the Parliament, former Revolutionary Guard, IRGC, commander and close ally of the late Supreme Leader, bringing significant influence from Iran's security apparatus. Abbas Arashi, Foreign Minister, Iran's chief diplomat and lead negotiator for the talks. Majid Taka Ravashi, Deputy Foreign Minister, a veteran diplomat, expected to handle the technical details of the proposal. And the Pakistan host and mediators are Shehbaz Sharif, Prime Minister. You've all heard of him. He's been the main negotiator with this, trying to get everything settled. Yeah, he's the primary host who brokered the 2-week truce through the intense back and channel diplomacy. Then we have Field Marshal Hashim Mushnur, Chief of the Army Staff, played a critical role alongside the PM Sharif in securing the agreement and will oversee the security and military dimensions of the talks. And Lieutenant Ashim Malik, NSA and ISA head, expected to be involved in security and intelligence aspects of the negotiations. There's a lot going into these negotiations, a real lot. And if you know, the U.S. is still ready for action. And Trump has said that that all ships and all the military is going to stay in place until the deal is secured. So we'll just go ahead and see. We'll just go ahead and see what is going to happen as we move forward in these 2-week ceasefire negotiations. See if Iran holds their deal. We'll see if they hold their deal. And we'll see if all sides or ceasefire, except Israel is still going after Lebanon, and that's where all of the stuff is where Iran is saying that the United States has violated the ceasefire, and they're saying that this wasn't in the deal. But you know, I don't, whose side is right. I mean, Iran probably has a point there, but Lebanon's not going to hold up because that's not part of the deal. So I can see that side too. So really, these ceasefire is more or less between the U.S., Israel, and Iran. They got nothing to do with Lebanon. That's my opinion. So we're going to see what happens. So we got some people that are doing live and claiming that Trump is speaking. Trump ain't even on any live news right now. So you have to watch all this fake stuff. There's a lot of fake going on around here. But just go ahead and make a comment. It's open for chat. You don't have to subscribe to chat like some of these channels. They get you to want to pay for something, and I don't charge for that. I'm on TikTok at the American Hoochie Man. I haven't put that down, but I'm not on there right now. But we're doing a live updating the Iran Israel U.S. ceasefire. It's just sort of like a pop on, pop off kind of thing. As you really know by looking, I don't have anything fancy up there, no background, no anything. So I'm going to go over all the stuff that said the status of the ceasefire deal, the agreement announced by President Trump on April 7th. The deal intended to pause a 5-week war following his threat of large-scale attacks on Iranian civilization. The Lebanon dispute is a major point of contention that emerged over whether the truce includes Lebanon, mediator Pakistan, and Iran. Assist the ceasefire does cover all the regional fronts, including Hezbollah. Conversely, the U.S. and Israel explicitly state Lebanon is not part of the deal. Israel military action on Wednesday, April 8th. Israel launched its largest wave of airstrikes on Lebanon since the war began, killing at least 254 people. Prime Minister Netanyahu has ordered his cabinet to begin direct negotiations with Lebanon, focused on disarming Hezbollah, while maintaining that Israel will strike the group wherever necessary. And as far as the key tensions and conditions, the Strait of Hormuz, President Trump demanded the complete, immediate, and safe opening of this virtual or waterway as a condition of the deal. While the U.S. claims the strait is becoming operational, Iran reportedly halted traffic again on Thursday in response to the Lebanon strikes. Iran's 10-point proposal, Iran is pushing for a broader peace deal that includes the withdrawal of U.S. forces, lifting of sanctions, and compensation for war damages. The White House initially called this a workable base, but later voiced skepticism, particularly regarding Iranian claims of being allowed to continue uranium enrichment. The next step, the diplomatic talks to seek a permanent end to the conflict, is scheduled to begin Saturday. It was scheduled for tomorrow, but they have changed it. So why about the military posture? U.S. President Trump has ordered all U.S. military personnel and hardware to remain in place Iran until a real agreement is fully reached. And warnings, Trump warned that if items are not met, the shooting starts on a scale larger than previously seen. Meanwhile, the RGC has threatened a regret-inducing response if strikes on Lebanon continue. So what are the main points? The ongoing peace talks in Islam is in Islamabad, Pakistan, are centered on resolving deep-seated disputes following the April 7th, 2026 ceasefire agreement. While both sides have agreed to a temporary pause in hostilities, they remain at odds over maximalist demands, which is fragile. It is fragile. Iran wants control of the Strait of Hormuz, and the United States and Israel are saying, "No, you're not going to get it." So that is basically what is going on right now. So as of now, there are some ships that are being let go into the Straits of Hormuz. It's not a whole lot, but we'll see what happens in the next few days when talks begin. So when these talks begin, hopefully the ceasefire will still hold. But I'm not going to go into what I think Iran might be up to or building up to, but the United States and Israel can do the same thing. Uh, if Iran thinks that they're reloading on this 2 week pause, then I don't know what they're going to reload. I mean, if they got hidden missiles and military hardware that they've got hidden underground that they're going to get, well, we'll see what happens. So this is a breaking news, and this is all that's being said because I've been keeping up with Fox News and Newsmax. They're the ones that are going to most likely have the truth. You don't want to go to CNN or any of them other networks because they'll most likely not have the truth. So see if I got it out here. I was going to go on through social, see if I can find anything. Well, I'll probably have to use my phone. So I'm going on through social, see what the latest that Trump has put up here. So as of 14 hours ago, Donald Trump had put out all of U.S. ships, aircraft, and military personnel with additional ammunition, weaponry, and anything else that is appropriate and necessary for the lethal prosecution and destruction of an already substantially degraded enemy will remain in place and around Iran until such time as the real agreement reached is fully complied with. And if for any reason it is not, which is highly unlikely, then the shooting starts bigger and better and stronger. Bigger, better, and stronger than anyone has ever seen before. So it was agreed a long time ago. And despite all the fake rhetoric to the contrary, says no nuclear weapons and the Strait of Hormuz will be open and safe. In the meantime, our great military is loading up and resting, looking forward, actually, to its next conquest. Says America is back. So that is the latest on the breaking news. Please, I will be back. I will be back if I have any new news. So those of you watching the replay that haven't seen the live, please uh, uh, come on back when you see me on there because I'll be back for the latest Channel Truth News, breaking news on Iran and Israel and Iran U.S. conflict, which is on a ceasefire. Everything is halted. So we'll just end this stream right now. And have a good day.